Time has come for the nation to wake up, to wash the face, to be able to see what's happening. Time has come for the nation to realize this is the time to grow economically, to build our nation, to become so much self-sufficient. This is the time of nations' growth and development. It is a time of change from being a poor nation to a prosperous nation. This is that right time when Malawi can start getting better.
There is a story here which is about the Malawi Congress Party blaming Malawi government for interference with the Malawi Electoral Commission. So this story goes like this. The opposition Malawi Congress Party, MCP, has urged the Democratic Progressive Party, DPP-led government to immediately refrain from actions it says are compromising the independence of the Malawi Electoral Commission, MEC. In a statement signed by National Publicity Secretary Jessica Bwira, MCP claims recent developments, including the resignation of MEC Chief Elections Officer Andrew Mpesi following and a government directive to relocate to MEC headquarters from Lilongwe to Blantyre against the Commission's position, point to growing disregard for the institution's autonomy. The party argues that the Constitution of Malawi under Section 75 establishes the MEC as an independent body not subject to the direction or control of any person or authority, while Section 76, subsection 4, further protects its operation mandate. The actions taken against the Malawi Electoral Commission undermine public confidence in the very institution mandated to manage elections in the country. When an electoral body is forced out of its offices, when its senior management is pressured to resign, and when its independence is publicly challenged, the credibility of the entire electoral process is put at risk. This is part of the statement. MCP has since urged the DPP government to stop the interference and called on development partners and civil society organizations to remain vigilant and support efforts aimed at safeguarding electoral integrity in the country. The DPP-led government to seize actions that compromise the independence of the Malawi Electoral Commission and to respect the rule of law, said the party. Malawi's democracy depends on institutions that can operate without fear or favor. Undermining the Malawi Electoral Commission today creates the conditions for disputed elections. Kabila says the party remains committed to defending constitutionalism, the rule of law, and ensuring credible, peaceful elections that reflect the will of Malawians. That's the story that is on the Malawi 24 regarding the issue of the relocation of Malawi Electoral Commission from Lilongwe to Blantyre, according to the order that was issued by the President of the country, which is called the Executive Order, asking the Malawi Electoral Commission, including other companies actually, to relocate from Lilongwe to Blantyre. So Malawi Congress Party has issued a statement which is a dissatisfaction with the current affair that is happening with the Malawi Commission, because the Malawi Congress Party believes the government is interfering with the Malawi Electoral Commission, which is an independent body. So that's the issue that is happening here in Malawi. What I think like on this issue myself is that there is no any political party in the country that should interfere with the Electoral Commission, because it has got the independence according to the Constitution of Malawi. At the same time, we should make sure that as a country, we are protecting the interest of Malawians in whatever we are doing. So in this case, if the location of the Malawi Electoral Commission offices from Lilongwe to Blantyre is like conflict of the interest of Malawians by the current government, I think that's not good. However, Malawi Electrol Commission was relocated to Lilongwe by the same executive order which was used by the former president, who was the president of Malawi Congress Party, who is still the president of Malawi Congress Party, but he's no longer the president of the country of Malawi because he lost the elections to the current president, who is the Professor Peter Mutharika. So there is a conflict of interest here because if he, according to the same constitution of Malawi, which allowed the President Daza Chakwera to ask the relocation of Malawi Electrol Commission from Blantyre to Lilongwe, I think also Peter Mutharika has got the same constitutional allowance to ask Malawi Electrol Commission to relocate to Blantyre. So we're going to see actually, because even the court help which Malawi Electrol Commission has been seeking hasn't been granted to it because it has lost all the court cases for the review of the independence of Malawi Electrol Commission. So I think the best thing that they can do is just to comply with the executive order. Thank you for watching. We'll be coming here to see what is happening with this case. We are very interested on our channel actually to follow up the whole case to see what happens at the end of the day. Thank you for watching. Keep on watching my videos. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel, like a video, and even put your comments. Thank you. Bye bye.